Okay guys, in this video we're going to be taking a look at that Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA over here in the UK, and see exactly what is going on here with Binance, because they've basically come out and ordered the crypto exchange to stop regulated activities in the UK. And this is something that I think a few people have been a bit inquisitive over, so we're going to get into this and see exactly what's going on, then jump over to the FCA and get it from their mouths as well. So here we obviously just have an article, a brief article on this one, so I'm just going to quickly go over this for you. But basically June the 27th, so this was today or yesterday. So basically, the FCA, this is the Financial Conduct Authority, ordered cryptocurrency exchange Binance to stop undertaking any regulated activity in the country, saying the firm lacked authorization. So the crypto exchange would not be allowed to undertake any regulated activities without prior written consent from the FCA, the watchdog said in a statement dated Saturday. No further entity in the Binance Group holds any form of UK authorization, registration or license to conduct regulated activity in the UK, the FCA statement said. So Britain's move comes at a time when Binance, one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, is under scrutiny by regulators in other countries, including the United States and Germany. We also have this going on in Canada as well. So basically, there's quite a bit of a full frontal attack from many different angles here, kind of globally against Binance for many different reasons. But we're going to really focus in on what's going on here in the UK. And again, this does translate across over into Germany as well. So, I imagine there's going to be a whole host of other countries that will start, adding the pressure. But basically, officials from the US Justice Department and Internal Revenue Services who probe money laundering and tax offences have sought information from individuals with insight into the company's business, Bloomberg reported this last month. In April, Germany's financial regulator, BaFin, BaFin, warned... You know how to say it better than I do, don't you, Chris?
Yeah, it's BaFin. I've worked I come from a regulatory background, so I can add quite a bit to this one.
Yeah, so BaFin, as I like to refer to it as,
many people will correct you on that.
Warned the exchange risked being fined of basically offering digital tokens without investor prospectus. So let's see. Okay, so we'll really focus this in on the UK angle here. So obviously you can see this article being written up. So what's the first thing that Chris wants to do here is obviously jump on over to the FCA, right? Obviously Chris is saying that he has a bit of a background when it comes to regulations and all that kind of good stuff. So let's see what it is from the horse's mouth, right? So consumer warning on Binance Markets Limited and the group, Binance Group, I should say. So Binance Markets Limited is not permitted to undertake any regulated activity in the UK. The firm is part of a wider group, Binance Group. Due to the imposition of requirements by the FCA, Binance Markets Limited is not currently permitted to undertake any regulated activities without prior written consent from the FCA. No other entity in the Binance Group holds any form of UK authorization, registration or license to conduct regulated activity in the UK. The Binance Group appear to be offering UK customers a range of products and services via a website, Binance.com. So again, so there you go, have their statement. And obviously there's a little bit more, not really, in line with this, but we'll go through it just quickly anyway. So investing in cryptocurrencies generally, be wary of adverts online, on social media, all the kind of usual stuff that we often talk about here in terms of cryptocurrency that are high risk. Don't overextend yourselves, be prepared to lose all your money, all the kind of usual stuff that these government entities do communicate. That's what's kind of being listed here. They go and talk about the financial ombudsman services, financial service compensation schemes. If things go wrong, you will not be able to have access to those. So it's important that you are aware of all that kind of stuff. But I think most people in the UK understand that the government are distancing themselves to a point and they're trying to scare you away from it. And then obviously here you have what's going on with this regulated activity. I'm not sure if you want to add any more to that, Chris.
Yeah, just a couple of things. So obviously the FCA statement here is saying regulated activities, right? So this isn't everything, and that sort of will lead us into the next article, which is just around what a security is and non-security, because ultimately that's what this really boils down to. And yeah, do you want to sort of have a look at that page, Nick, and sort of go
Yeah,
through that, and then we
absolutely.
can just add at the end kind of a summary of what our thoughts are.
Absolutely. So here again, FCA, we'll just hop on over here. And basically, what they're talking about in terms of a regulated activity is the regulated tokens. So these are just in the same way that we talk about the SEC over in the States, so securities, right? So regulated tokens in the UK via managed by the FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority, are security tokens and e-money tokens. Okay, and obviously e-money tokens are they're not your standard cryptocurrencies or anything like that. They're totally a different entity. But we're going to really just focus it in on what Binance are basically potentially offering in their markets, right? Which is ultimately security-based tokens, and they haven't got authorization to do this. So when they're talking about regulated tokens, they are talking about security tokens in the case of Binance. So these are tokens that amount to a specific or specified investment. And again, this is something that I think many people are now very familiar with, given the Ripple situation. It's all to do with basically a common entity, basically promising returns on the investment. So if you were to basically purchase a security token, you would be purchasing a contract to basically make sure that the company that is marketing that particular security token is going to be the one that's basically going to be returning you or having a return on your investment, basically. So ultimately, security tokens is what we're kind of talking about here when it comes to Binance and the UK Financial Conduct Authority. Now, what they're not talking about are the unregulated tokens. And these are any tokens that are not security tokens or not e-money tokens, and basically unregulated tokens. Okay, that's what they are. And this category includes utility tokens. I think lots of people have lots of different debates over what a utility token is. XRP, some people call it a utility token, for example. Over here in the UK, we actually call it an exchange token, such as this one here, right? So in the sake of this, basically the category includes utility tokens, which can be redeemed for access of a specific product or service that is typically using a distributed ledger technology platform. The category also includes tokens such as Bitcoin, Litecoin, and equivalents, also referred to as cryptocurrencies, crypto coins, and payment tokens. These tokens are usually decentralized and designed to have preliminary use as a medium of exchange. And over here in the UK, sometimes we refer to those as exchange tokens. And this is exactly where the FCA have put XRP. XRP is an exchange token here in the UK. And they do not provide the types of rights or access provided by a security or utility token, but are used as a means of exchange for investment purposes, right? So ultimately, many of the cryptocurrencies that I think the majority of the people that watch our show will be basically these unregulated tokens, but there will be little pockets here and there where people will actually own these regulated tokens, and these are the regulated tokens that basically the Financial Conduct Authority are trying to basically stop Binance offering to the UK without first of all getting that authorization. This is something, again, you see with the SEC over in the States as well. Anything you want to add on any of that, Chris, or summarize it?
So I kind of feel like the main points to be made here are it's the security tokens that are the issue potentially for Binance when the FCA talk about regulated activity or sales or services. So I think what you really need to do, and this is just my opinion, is you need to understand what it is that you hold on Binance, right? If you've got tokens on Binance or coins on Binance, you need to understand whether they're a security token or a utility or exchange token here in the UK. So you should be able to do that. There should be a breakdown of the list, I guess, of what is a security and what isn't through the FCA. But you can pretty much work this out for yourself. I know it's a bit of a grey area when you look at XRP as an example, because over in the UK that's an exchange token, whereas it's been looked, or I guess the lawsuit is to determine whether it's a security in the US. So there is a difference depending on where you are. So if you're in the US, for example, and it's classed as security, then that might not be the same in the UK. So I think that's one point to raise. And I guess where is this going to end for Binance? Where do we see this one move in? What direction? So for me, one of two things will happen. Either Binance will apply to get a license to offer securities in the UK, or they won't. If they don't, then they're going to have to wind in some of the services that they provide to people in the UK. So this is why I think it's important to look at whether you've got securities held on Binance. I'm pretty sure that you'll have time to sell them if you do, or take them off the exchange and move them to like a hardware wallet, for example. But overall, is it anything to worry about? I don't think so. One thing that I would say is that you need to obviously understand what it is that you hold, and then two, go and look at the FCA website rather than some of the 𝗕𝗪𝗀 style news articles that are going around and some of the stuff on social media, because I can see people saying, Binance are stopping cryptocurrency like in the UK and all this sort of stuff. So and that isn't really strictly true.
Fantastic. Guys, hopefully you found this useful, informative, maybe entertaining at times. If you did, then definitely do go ahead and hit that like button. We both appreciate that. And of course, if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. And by subscribing, you will be kept up to date with everything we do here. With that said, done and out of the way, guys, we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.